So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets, pressing, as well as being a goal threat. In other words, pretty much everything.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Marmouche really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
De Bruyne for Valverde, and this is Torres, just eases him off the ball. Rodri, Nouri, and it's O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva, out to the left it goes. De Bruyne, now it's Torres. Zanetti. Ball played for Rijkaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. That has been knocked clear. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They've played it short. Delivers the ball. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Quarter of an hour played. Arsenal still without a single shot on target. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Schlotterbeck is there to clear. He's having a go! Zanetti. It's a good run down the right. And it's Valverde. And here's Torres. That's a cute ball. And that should get the job done. Marmouche. Aims beyond the defence. It's a promising position. O'Reilly. Elects to cross.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
Raul, and he cuts out the supply. Almost half an hour in now. Oh, good spread. Now it's Nunez. Now it's Haaland. He's come in hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Raul. And it's Zanetti. He's picked his way through. Zanetti charging forward down that flank. Now it's Raul. Marmoush. Now it's Haaland. It's a pretty loose pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now, can they get him away? Caught offside that time. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Schlotterbeck. This looks promising. Raul. Good take, and is he... goes for a shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's running through. Looking to play him in. He's being urged to... There's the shot! The captain scores!
Well, it's so hard to keep someone with his enthusiasm and his energy quiet. Second best will never be accepted in the world he lives in, and the timing of his goal won't be lost on him. It's crucial.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Schlotterbeck has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And it's O'Reilly. Haaland! Haaland! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Valverde. Marmoush. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we are back on the way.
Arsenal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Torres. Bernardo Silva. Marmoush tries to play it through, and he's worked it through. And this is Marmoush. And smartly reclaimed. Has a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Bernardo Silva receives it in a... He rises! They want to be quick to recover this. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri. Now Semenyo. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Semenyo. He's gone for goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Mbappe. Arsenal still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yehi. Rodri. Ignoring. He is through here. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Played out to the left flank. We have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution.
And it's Rodri. Ignoring. He's got away. Semenyo!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
He's played it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And this is Torres. De Bruyne. Valverde. And this is Torres.
Fernando Torres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Foden, challenged just a bit on the firm side. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution in progress.
Cherki. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Torres. And they win it back again. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. It's Raul! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This is their second corner of the game. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Bayer claims comfortably. And that is as far as they're going to go. Not the most accurate pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Rijkaard. Arsenal are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Haaland.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Zanetti. Raul. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland.
2 added minutes has been
Semenyo.
indicated.
2 minutes to be added on.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Nicely weighted ball. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour.